Salute to God, the Most High, the creator of everything. That's right, y'all. I had to get up in the jammies, y'all, to run this story. You know, you hear something, you just gotta get to your camera right away. Something say, move! And you got to move. Let me get to my intro. Salute to God, the Most High, the creator of everything. Salute to all my day ones. Y'all know how it go. Trolls on the God and your mama can love you. Two salutes to G-O-D. One time. Yeah. We back up in here one more time. You know, and I'm acting as one half of the Black Charlie Kirks right now. See, it was okay. And y'all loved it when Charlie Kirk was out there. Well, not Charlie Kirk, Charlie Jerk on this channel. Y'all loved it when Charlie Jerk was out there just spreading all this anti-black rhetoric and stretching the truth and lying on statistics, right? Y'all was entertaining because it was so believable based on the decorum and the reports that you've put out there about people who look like me, black people. Well, I'm here picking up where Charlie the Jerk Kirk left off. And y'all said y'all want to keep his bloody mic, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was gonna pick up his bloody mic and keep his voice heard. So in tribute to Charlie Jerk, here we go. So this time, I want to see how you guys take it with, you know, someone black putting these stories out about y'all, except we know how to tell the truth. So I'm finna represent the same way you guys represent for your culture. This is Nefakari T. Dessalini's. Y'all go subscribe to Nefakari Dessalini's. White man crashes out for Charlie Jerk and gets arrested by FBI. And we told y'all that before we could wrap up that video 2 or 3 days ago, that there were gonna be like 2 or 3 more public purge incidents where crazed, racist, mental health affected white men, not the good white folks, y'all. Y'all know y'all always excluded. It's love for the good white folks. Don't ever come to this platform and think that we're talking about you. No, we love you. We embrace you. What we will never embrace is the sick-minded, child SAing, woman beating, public purging, crazed, racist white people, if that makes any sense. So we got white folks, we love you, white people. Hey, let's do what we do. All right. Welcome to the Black Charlie Kirks, Burning Joints USA, baby. We back. And y'all see what time it is. I'm up early giving y'all this work. Y'all check this out.
Yeah, we back. Welcome to the culture. Yes, welcome to the culture, the hottest broadcast in the game, where we discuss who is really committing the most heinous crimes across the nation and across the world. As you already know, this series was inspired by years of me listening to certain conservative voices in the media that wanted to focus on crime in the black community, oftentimes trying to frame it as if crime is unique to us, right? So that inspired me to dig deeper into the true crime data and statistics and the headlines in the United States and across the world to see who is really committing the most diabolical crimes across the planet. Now, let's get into today's episode. Not wasting no time, right? So today, we got to crash out. The FBI made a big arrest today. Somebody tried to crash out for Charlie Kirk. Yes, indeed. Now, not wasting no time. Let's jump straight into it. A Texas man threatening to shoot up a pride parade to pay them back for taking out Charlie Kirk, right? So this man said, listen, he was going to go grab the weaponry, he was going to go retrieve the machinery, and he was going to go down to the pride parade because he said that it was the LGBT that assassinated Charlie Kirk. So he said, listen, I got to slide for Charlie Kirk. He said, listen, I got to ride for Charlie. So the FBI got wind of this crash out, thankfully, and they apprehended the scoundrel before innocent civilians were killed. Now, take a look up on the screen, right? FBI arrests a man who allegedly threatened to shoot people at a Texas pride parade. The suspect, Joshua Cole, allegedly used a Facebook account to threaten revenge for the murder of Charlie Kirk, right? Now, like I said, man, welcome to the culture. Let's continue. Let's jump into the next story. A Grand Blunt Township Mormon church shooting leaves 2 people dead and 8 wounded, and many more are feared killed after a gunman opens fire and burns down the building. Now, welcome to the culture. Listen, the first guy, he wanted to go attack the pride parade. The FBI, thankfully, they apprehended him before he committed carnage, right? This guy ran up in a random church.
But Nefakari, wait. I thought black people were the most violent. I thought we commit the heinous crimes. This is not fitting. This is not fitting. No, this just does not go along with what they say, sir. So could they be lying? Were they wrong? Or are you wrong? Are we wrong? They've definitely got to be wrong. And here's that's 2 stories already. And none of them look like me. None of them look like the very people Charlie Kirk were lying on and spreading this anti-black, rhetoric about. Yeah, none of them so far. Let's see if we can find a me in here somewhere. Hold on.
Everything and burned down the building. and it crashed and struck into the side of the building. Take a look up on the screen. I mean, just crashing out. White men across America crashing out. Man, crazy.
Wait. The man drove his truck.
Listen,
bruh.
The first guy he wanted to go attack the Pride Parade, the FBI, thankfully, they apprehended him before he committed carnage, right? This guy ran up in a random church, started spraying everything and burned down the building. And it crashed and struck into the side of the building. Take a look up on the screen. I mean, just crashing out. White men across America crashing out. Man, crazy. Let's jump into the article. At least 2 people are dead and 8 others, including children, were wounded when a crazed gunman attacked a Michigan Latter-day Saints church.
Including children. Well, we know how they feel about children. We know what they do to children, with children, and it's usually nothing good. It's usually nothing good. It's everything the opposite of great. You know, so they're showing it. Let's go.
As services were in full swing, then set a blaze that burned the structure to cinders, right? Damn, burned it to the ground. Authorities warned that they expect to find bodies in the charred house of worship, likely increasing the death toll. Hundreds of worshipers were inside the church during the shooting, and horrifying pictures showed the entire structure cloaked in flames. Damn. Sources told the Post that improvised explosive devices were found at the scene and a bomb squad is investigating. Now listen, both of these stories coming out today, fresh off the press. American citizens are not safe. The children aren't safe. The pedestrians aren't safe. Nobody's safe. Let's continue. A highly premeditated attack at a North Carolina...
Did he just say, let's continue? Man, y'all crazy, man. Okay, that's 2 stories hot off the press. Maybe the third one is going to look like me. Maybe the third one will prove Charlie Jerk right. Maybe it'll prove the white racist right, okay? Maybe they were right about us. Let's see. Or maybe Charlie Kirk should have spent enough time educating his own people to remove the crazies out of his culture. Instead of focusing on ours, how they say sweep in front of your own front door. Yeah, he should have grabbed the biggest dust mop he can find and dusted all these crazies off in his culture before he came for my culture. Because we're going to stand up, we're going to speak up, and no one commits as much crime and craziness in this world as history shows Europeans often do. You guys lead the way, first place. And look, we're not even trying to come in second. You know what I mean? I want to be a strong last compared to y'all crazy ass. Let's go.
Bar leaves 3 people dead and 5 wounded, right? So this also coming out today, right? All these mass shooting events, all these terrorist attacks, buildings being burned down like an invading army is coming to pillage, all coming out today in the streets of America, right? White man on the assault. Let's continue. Nigel Max Edge, 40 years old, was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of attempted murder Sunday morning. A lone gunman killed 3 people and injured 5 others at a packed North Carolina waterfront bar late Saturday in what police described as a highly premeditated attack. Now, I don't know what is going on in the streets of America.
Nope, you don't look like me.
Welcome to the culture. Now, let's continue. This story also coming out today.
Yeah, another way.
A Newport man has been charged for kidnapping. A man was arrested by Carteret County deputies Friday for allegedly kidnapping and assaulting a woman. A magistrate's order says that 32-year-old Zachary Bennett unlawfully, willfully, and feloniously kidnapped a woman for the purpose of holding her in involuntary servitude. Right? So this guy right here, Zachary Bennett.
Holding her for involuntary servitude. It's in their roots. Look, now they want to enslave their own women. It's just in their roots. Now you want to enslave your own women. Involuntary servitude. What were you going to give her after she completed 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 400 years of involuntary servitude, sir? What were you going to give her? And I know we can't live that long, but the culture in which you exercise this oppression has extended that stay. It's extended that length of time. So don't jump in the comment box trying to be a smartass. But that's 4 stories. What is wrong with y'all, white America? Do y'all realize that y'all are, and they said this about us, oh, let all the N-words kill each other. They're doing our job for us. Well, if the crazies are going to kill the crazies and one day the children are going to be safe and the women are going to be safe and the cool white folk could be cool white folk without being, you know, profiled and you know, discriminated against due to the crazy whites in the culture, then I say allow the earth to cleanse itself, crazies. Keep doing what you're doing and stuff. I need you to do it to yourselves. I need you to go to other crazies in your neighborhood, in your culture, and you guys like need the beef. You know what I'm saying? You guys need the beef. You just need to purge. You just need to purge. If that's how you feel, take out all the crazies so that we don't have to worry about the crazies and we can make this world a better place. It was better before you got here to be better after you're gone. Let's go.
He kidnapped a woman to put her in slavery, right? Put her in bondage, involuntary servitude, right? Put her in slavery. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when you examine the type of crimes that these guys engage in, like strange crimes, you know, kidnapping random civilians to put them in slavery, going to a random church and burning down the building. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand. Anyways, welcome to the culture. Let's continue.
Wait, y'all call us lazy? Y'all say we need hand-me-downs. We don't want to work. Well, what do you say for a culture of people who always have to enslave people, exploit people by race because they are melanin deficient in order to get the work done for them? Why would he go enslave another white one? Is that lazy? Is that wanting a hand-me-down? Is that can't do anything for yourself? Huh? So the true lazy people of America has always been the Europeans. Has always been the Europeans. And again, this is no shade, no slight towards my good white folks. Y'all know it's love here, y'all belong here. But these crazy white people in your community, like the crazy black people in my community, need to be addressed and need to be dealt with. Honestly. So we're gonna attack the crazies. We're going after all the Charlie Jerk supporters. All the Charlie Jerk supporters. Oh, we gonna wake you up. And we gonna get back on Erica too. We gonna get back on Erica Kirk as well. You know what I'm saying? Well, Erica Jerk. Here we go. Tell us about Zachary Crazy Ass.
You take a look up on the screen. Howard Rubin, a New York City financier with ties to George Soros, was arrested for allegedly sex trafficking women to a sex dungeon at his penthouse. You see, these guys got sex dungeons and things like that. Like, their proclivities are very strange, man. That's why I say certain things got to be culture. You know, certain things just got to be culture, man. Let's continue. This is the statement from the FBI in New York. For many years, Howard Rubin and Jennifer Powers allegedly spent at least $1 million to finance the commercial sexual torture of multiple women via a national trafficking network. The defendants allegedly exploited Rubin's status to ensnare their prospective victims and force them to endure unthinkable physical trauma before silencing any outcries with threats of legal recourse. The FBI will continue to apprehend any trafficker who sexually abuses others for twisted gratification. Right? Like I say, man, gotta be culture. Welcome to the culture. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Culture. Let's continue. That actually reminds me of another executive right here in New York City, right? Howard Rubin, the criminal we just discussed, he got caught up out here in New York City. And another executive earlier in the year got caught up on a similar type of crime. That's why I say it gotta be culture. Let's continue. Take a look up on the screen. Back in April of this year, a Manhattan executive assaulted, punched, and shocked women with cattle prod at his apartment, according to prosecutors. Right? This guy right here. Right? I'm telling you, you know, these guys got a good appearance on the outside, but man, behind the curtain, man, the culture is...
What is wrong with y'all, man? What you've been doing this since the beginning of time. You try to put it on other cultures, other races. You exploit lies and mistruths. And you don't know how to behave in public, within society, amongst sophisticated individuals. What is wrong with y'all? It's almost like you need to be locked away in a cage or put in a what they call them things, man, that they started. A concentration camp. Wasn't y'all trying to separate from society and make y'all own, like, pro-white little neighborhoods? Please hurry and complete that project. Call that Project 2026. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all crazy asses out of society by 2026. This makes no sense, man. This makes good white folks, if y'all got children walking around here, your women walking around here, good white men, you know what I'm saying? Protect your women. Watch your children. Because these crazies are crazy. But Charlie Jerk wouldn't talk about this, though. Imagine how much Charlie Jerk could have benefited his own culture had he just been honest with his own people and stood up about their flaws and their discrepancies. If he actually showed them their worth, showed them their history, showed them the truth, ladies and gentlemen, the truth. The only way to find out who you are is to be accountable and admit who you are. But as long as you pacify it, as long as you circumvent and you're able to blame it on other people, other races, other cultures, other things, then you're feeding your own sickness. And this is why the world does not like you. This is why the sun never smiles upon your skin. It gives life and growth and health to everything else on this planet except for you. Think about that. It's almost like being in a vampire state. Can't come out in the daytime because I'm going to burn. I got to wait till it's cool at night to come out. Well, I'm going to be all right. And all the crazies come out at night. The freaks come out at night. And well, I mean, churches with children doing service. And you're doing this to your own. You're going after the pride people. You go. Who don't? Is there anyone off limits in your culture? Is there anyone off limits? I told y'all, black people may murk other black people. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can't call us racist. Maybe a little crazy, yes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a little genocide tied into that factor as well, but we learned it from y'all. But man, y'all don't discriminate. Boy, a racist does not discriminate. They would go after their own kind, just based on beliefs. Like everyone is supposed to be the same and think the same. You know, everyone's supposed to believe the same. No, we're all different. But this indifference right here between the crazy white, racist, radical, extreme white people, man, listen, good white folks. Y'all need to make a stand. Y'all need to be out there protesting. Good white folks matter. You know what I'm saying? Good white folks matter. Hey, y'all put that in the comment box. Good white folks matter. You know what I mean? Let's go.
It's diabolical. Let's continue. A private equity executive turned his New York City apartment into a torture chamber of grotesque sexual violence. Manhattan prosecutors said Thursday that Ryan Hemphill is accused of assaulting 6 women over 5 months in a depraved rampage in which he allegedly punched, waterboarded
6 women in over 5 months. He made it a career. God. This brother made a non-profit organization. Oh my God. Oh my God. Damn.
and shocked the victims with a cattle prod and kept the recordings of the assaults as trophies.
You shocked them with a cattle prod? You shocked them with a cattle prod and kept videos of all the assaults as trophies? Sick, sadistic, twisted, devilish, demonic ways. This is deviancy at its finest point, ladies and gentlemen. Let's ride.
Now that's this guy right here, right? Yeah, take off that executive suit, put on the jail suit. Yup, you going under the jail, buddy. Listen, and on top of that, you know you're not getting no exoneration, because when y'all commit crimes, listen, we know for a fact you committed the crime, right? Ain't no exoneration for you. Let's continue. Now, take a look up on the screen. A South African man living in Jefferson County has been charged with the distribution of child exploitation material, right?
Oh, my God.
Now, the white South Africans, right? Remember back earlier in the year
Yeah,
when Trump
we
first came into office and he opened the floodgates, he opened the doors for the white South Africans? The white South Africans haven't even been here for 365 days. They've already began engaging in the child exploitation.
Trump was bringing his partners over here. Trump got 34 counts of the same thing, right? And yes, I did support Trump. Yes, I did, but I didn't support this version of Trump. I supported the business aspect of Trump, and well, he's falling back off of that too. So I have no reason to support him anymore. I was just hating on Kamala. Ha 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 ha. You know, but, you know, Trump knew what he was doing. You know, Trump has 34 counts of this. He's probably going to face more allegedly once he's out of office and not protected federally, you know, by immunity. But he definitely knew what his partners was doing. He's like, look, I got to fall back right now because they on me. So I'm going to get y'all over here, man, and y'all pick up where I left off. Remember, grab them by the...
It's got to be culture. That's why I say it got to be culture. They haven't even been here for a year, and they already going after the children. Already coming after the children.
They got off of them planes and buses when they got here just looking at them children. You know what I'm saying? That's a shame. They getting off of them Southwestern airline flights, Delta, wherever they flew at, and it was like, ooh, look at that one. Ooh, look at that one. Oh, this how they come over here? You know what I mean? Y'all some pervs. You're sick and twisted, man. You're sick and twisted. You probably sit around watching Disney movies all day and fetishizing about, you know, going out in public, sitting in a tree and just singing to a kid as they walk by to see if they gonna sing back, and y'all just sing y'all way back to your apartment, huh? Sick ass. Sick ass. Come on, man.
Culture. Let's continue. According to the criminal complaint, Meyer used an internet-based social networking application installed on his cell phone to distribute the child exploitation material to other users on the platform, including some who identified as children, right? So he was sending the child exploitation material to other children. My goodness.
What?
These are the immigrants that Trump opened the floodgates for. You see, Trump probably thought that he was standing in solidarity with his fellow white brothers, but not knowing that you opening the doors for those who are going to come straight target the children. You got to understand what your brothers be up to, Brother Trump. You know your brothers be up to no good. Trump knows his brothers be up to no good. He knows his brothers be up to no good, and you open the floodgates, and now the children already under attack. Let's continue. Kidnapped girls from Missouri are found in Evansville, Arizona.
Damn.
2 girls who authorities say were kidnapped in Missouri were found Saturday morning in Evansville. The Addison County Sheriff says the 2 12-year-old girls were reported missing after they did not return home from a football game Friday night. Right, so that's this guy right here snatching up little girls off.
Man, I ain't saw nobody look like me yet, man. Why wasn't Charlie Jerk telling y'all the truth, man? Why must we pick up Charlie Jerk's Bloody Mike and keep his voice alive by giving you the truth, by presenting honesty to the situation, huh? And forcing accountability upon your lying culture. Why? Y'all deem this guy a hero. You compare him to MLK. MLK. You compare Charlie Jerk to MLK. And I'm more of a Malcolm X guy, but I'm not going to take away anything that MLK did for the culture. But nothing Charlie Jerk did for your culture was to the extent or to the. Nothing can measure up to what MLK did in a positive fashion. Let's put it that way.
Street. Snatching up little girls off the street, right?
Get over here.
Now, like I said, we already discussed cases in this series of multiple underage black girls who go missing, and some random white man got him in his house, right? So these guys, he done snatched up random girls off the street, took them to a whole nother city and state. The authorities, thankfully caught him though, but welcome to the culture, man. Welcome to the streets of America. Let's continue. Take a look up on the screen. A Montgomery County couple has been charged with bestiality and the possession of child exploitation material.
Damn! Do y'all even take lunch breaks? Do y'all take naps? Is there ever a time of day to where you're not out here doing something this heinous, this perverted, this grotesque, this dishonest? Do you take a break? Huh? Racist white people, do you take a break? That's all I want to know.
March 13th, deputies with Constable Ryan Cable's office were called on 3540 Rayford Road, where it was reported that an adult man, identified as William Keene, was following kids around a store and performing a sexual act. Now take a look up on the screen. That's that individual and his wife. On his phone, authorities found a video of Keene's wife, Jolie Keene, engaging in various sexual acts with the couple's Great Dane dog and other images of child sexual assault. Now take a look up on the screen. Now this is a Great Dane, just to get an idea of the size of the organism that she was engaging in romantic relations with. This is the Great Dane. Very big dog. Now anyway, let's continue. This is the lady and her husband right there, as you can see. And this lady, when you go into her credentials, right, family nurse practitioner, former registered.
Wait, that was just a pregnant picture. Since she's a dog lover, I wonder if she was pregnant from that Great Dane. Doesn't mean she's gonna give birth to a great human. They're crazy, man. I think they're born with some type of infection on their mind, some type of hemorrhaging or something that causes them from thinking logically and civilly and sophisticatedly. There's something wrong with the mentality of the culture, to the point to where you can't even admit who you are. You blame everything on black. That's your way out, black. But no one's addressing this. White. I meant to say right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back into it, though. And if it looks like I'm enjoying this, I sure the hell is.
She's got her master's in science and things like that. So on paper, you'd believe that these are just, regular everyday people. And that's what we discover. A lot of these individuals committing the most diabolical crimes, like we mentioned with the men, right? The judges, the policemen, the sheriffs, the deputies, the coaches, the priests, the pastors, all getting arrested for crimes against children, right? And this lady right here, right? Getting engaged in the most filthy activity. Nurse practitioner, got her master's. So like I said, man, the culture is crazy. You sitting back thinking that your doctor is an upstanding individual. Come to find out when she goes home, she laying up with the dog, right? Her and her husband, they getting it in with the dogs. Yo, bro, welcome to the culture. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Culture. And take a look up on the screen.
She got that dog in her house like, oh! She tell the dog bark twice when you're done. You're like, oh! He went from kibbles and bit to nibbling on her. Oh yeah, y'all go get it here.
This is her husband, right? Former Navy veteran, right? Retired Navy veteran, served the country, wife got her master's, nurse practitioner, making good money, and in the free time we laying up with the dogs. Man, it's crazy, man. Welcome to the culture.
Sir, your wife is a dog. She got some doggish ways. For all you dog lovers, I'm starting to wonder why y'all can't leave your dogs home. Got your dogs all up in Home Depot. What a dog doing at Home Depot? You going to shop for a cat and you got your pit bull with you. How you gonna purchase a cat? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Now you're not only assaulting churches and your own people and the pride people and children and women, but now you're assaulting animals too. Man, are y'all that mad that you can't reproduce at the rate of what a melanin person can. You know, us black folks and them Spanish people, boy, that black and brown, we put it down. That's why we got so many kids and offspring around. But on the other hand, a family of two seems to always fit the narrative for you. Yeah, and I'm wondering why. If you keep your hands off your children, then maybe you wouldn't have to worry about this type of stuff. I'm gonna end this here. There's still more to go with. That was disturbing. I can't listen to more of this. I'll put the link in the description box. Neferkari Dessalines, y'all go subscribe. You know, y'all know what it is here too. Subscribe here as well. The Black Charlie Jerks are on the job, and I'm one half of the Black Charlie Jerks. Shout out and love to a brother in the cut, who I'll be teaming up with later on to really give it to you. Bring the pots and pans out and cook you nicely, better than the sun can. Well, we can't cook you better than the sun, but we'll come second best there. We'll come second best right there, all right? Y'all know what to do, man. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with your higher power, man. Y'all need to stop praying to that God y'all made up in that Bible, cause that God is just as deviant as y'all. Y'all really need to tell people who God really is, and y'all really need to face the one true God and ask for repentance. Cleanse your soul, cleanse your culture, cleanse yourself of these iniquities, these lies, these sinful ways, this European destruction. Huh? Yes, sir. Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut, be inspired, be great, be you, and we'll be back. Ashe.